This topic is the arithmetic sequence explicit form. It sounds fancy, but it isn't. All explicit form means it's the equation or the formula that applies to a given sequence. That's it. Okay, so the general formula for arithmetic sequences is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus d, the common difference, times n minus 1, and whatever n is, n could be the fifth term, whatever it is here, it's the same here. Okay, so if you're looking for the fifth term, this number over here would be 5. If you're looking for the eighth term, it would be 8, and so forth. Okay, so that's the general form for any sequence. The explicit form applies to a given sequence, so you need to know A1 and you need to know D, and that'll give you the explicit form. So let's look at a particular sequence. Okay, we'll look at this one, 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. We know that A1 is 3 and so forth. Okay, look at the common difference. What's the common difference here? Okay, there's 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So that's the first thing that tells it's an arithmetic sequence. It has a common difference of 5. The common difference you'll find is like slope. It stays constant for an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so if it changes each time, then it's not an arithmetic sequence. It might be a different kind of sequence, but it's not arithmetic. So D is 5. And we know A1 is 3. So if we use that general formula, A sub n is equal to A1 plus D times n minus 1. Plug in the numbers that we know. N is equal to A1, which is 3, plus D, which is 5, times n minus 1. And then we have to distribute here and here, so we get A sub n is equal to 3 plus 5n minus 5. Now, because we have two like terms here, the 3 and the negative 5, let me do some erasing up here to make some room. We can say that the explicit formula, once we combine those terms, 3 minus 5 is negative 2, so A sub n is equal to negative 2 plus 5n, plus 5n. Or if you want to do it the other way around, 5n minus 2. Either way is fine because it'll give you the same thing. And now if you say I want to find the 13th term, you just plug in 13 for n. So 13 times 5 is 65, minus 2 is 63. So A sub 13 equals 63. And that's how you find the explicit form for a given sequence. You need to know A1 and you need to know D, and if you plug it into the general formula, then it'll give you the explicit form for that specific sequence. So let me show you the general form again. A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus D times n minus 1. Okay, so the terms you need, the information you need is A sub 1 and D. Once you do that, you just plug them in, distribute, simplify, and then you have your explicit form. But now I'm going to show you the quick and easy, fast, secret way to do it. Once you determine the common difference and you know it's 5, all you have to do is go backwards from the 3, go back 5 more and you get negative 2, and then now you know your explicit form. A sub n is equal to negative 2 plus 5n. Done. Or you can swap them around. 5n minus 2. Okay, so really all you're doing is going back 1 to A sub 0, which isn't given, but that's really what you're doing, is you're finding A sub 0, And you know the common difference, so just give me the a sub 0, common difference times n, and you're done. That's the fast way of doing it. That's the way I do it. It's a lot easier than going through all those formula manipulations. And there you go.